Hi, welcome to my video. I'm Jennifer Roberts. You're catching me on my YouTube channel True Divine 44, on my Facebook page True Divine 44. Like, share, subscribes and comments on either or both of those platforms, greatly appreciated. Much love to everybody who does that thus far. You can book a private reading with me and support me that way by booking up with any of the information details above or below this video, depending on where you're watching it. You can also message me on Facebook Messenger. Just put in capitals the service that you require, i.e. reading or energy work. I'm not doing any massage right now because of the current situation, but you can keep you informed on that also. So apart from that, I'm putting out as much free content as I can via tarot to help support, guide and inspire. I pick up the collective energies around me, either for each sign or on my daily energy reads, just the collective energies in general. Now, because it is the collective, because it is general and not personal to you, some of it might resonate with you, some of it might not. It might all resonate with you, it might all not. So right now I'm trying to get out, the month has sneaked up on me, so I'm trying to get out as many of the general tarot readings for each sign out as possible, so bear with me. So the second one up is the lovely Taurus, and it's for the month of April 2020. So I've done it week by week, so 4 cards, one for each week, and then clarifying cards for each of the 4 cards. So the first week, Taurus, in April 2020, you have the Emperor, the major arcana, the Emperor. So there's this authority coming over your life, there's this authority figure or this authoritative body, something that is going to be brought in, I think, to maybe have a look at how you're doing things and what you are doing. It's up to you as to whether the actions of yourself fall into the yes or no categories of this Emperor. This Emperor is made up of firm foundations. He likes things just so. He likes things to move methodically and systematically. And it does represent the law. So it might be that, you know, there's something happening within the first week of April for you that involves the law quite deeply. A lot of you dealing with divorces, a lot of you dealing with dissolving of businesses, a lot of you dealing with some karmic situations for good, as Theodore, for good or for bad from your past. To clarify this Emperor, we have the Tower card.
You can't see my face right now.
Yes, baby, let me do this reading.
Now you can.
Now you can. Beautiful face. Let me do this reading. So to clarify this Emperor, we have the Tower card. I feel for a lot of you Taurus that you have built things up around ego. You have built something up around falsities, around falsehoods, and now is the time for many things that are false, many things that don't stand for what they actually say they stand for, to be brought down, to be brought to the ground, to be shaken. So I do feel this authoritative figure, this authoritative body is going to have quite an effect, because these 2 cards together are very, very powerful. The discipline of the Emperor, the very clear strategy-like, clear thinking aspects of the Emperor, and the very dominating aspects of the Emperor, along with this Tower card, makes me feel that, you know, things are going to get shaken down, things are going to get shaken up, truths are going to be known, truths are going to be told, and it's up to you as to what side you fall on. Now, for many of you, it might feel like this Tower card alongside this Emperor, a very ominous, very frightening time. And what I would say to you is, don't be afraid, don't be frightened. I really feel that this will help you get on your path. This will help you on your way. I think things for a lot of you Taurus have gotten out of control. You've built something up that didn't really reflect you. Now, whether that's a relationship, a business, a charity, or whatever that is for you, there's something that's been built up that actually, and there's sort of, you've rolled with it because it fed some aspect of your ego. But it's actually been something that's taken you away from your path, taken you away from your journey, taken you away from the things that you actually do enjoy, that you actually do love and feed and expand you. So there's this crashing down of something that has been in your life for a very long time, but the tower only brings down the things that are false. It only brings down the things that don't really serve you or others, the things that are built on flaky foundations. And this Emperor loves firm foundations. This Emperor loves the foundational aspects of things, and he looks at things from bottom up, and what have you built the foundations on? Have you built it on truth? Have you built it on stability? Have you built it on hard work? Or is it an illusion? Is it built on rocky grounds? Is it built on lies? Is it built on something that actually doesn't represent you or whatever it is that you've built? So there is, in this first week, there is this real feeling of having to maybe just go with the flow, because these two cards don't really give you an option not to. But to go with the flow, knowing that this is going to be for your greater good and for the greatest good of those around you. So a bit of a start, you know, an etchy start, a start that is a bit ominous, a bit frightening, a bit feeling unstable. The second week asks you to let go. The second week, the Six of Swords, asks you to put behind you everything that the Tower brought down alongside the Emperor. To let go of it, to not cling on, to not try and drag it out, to not try and save things that aren't to be saved, that are to go to dust, things that are built of illusion, things that you've even lied to yourself about. Try not to cling on, try not to make your fingers bleed, literally clinging on to something that does not work for you. Let go. The Six of Swords represents the moving away from the turmoil of this Tower card. Letting go, moving out of all of the rubble, not trying to salvage anything, but just truly letting go and moving forward to clearer, calmer waters, moving forward to more whole, more realistic, more loving, just calmer waters. So Taurus, this also represents for a lot of you, I feel, an actual physical move, whereas this, it does represent the mind. So it's the move of a mental move of not living in the past, not holding on to things that don't serve you, but also this physical move that I'm feeling, of really truly letting go, both mentally and physically. To clarify, this Six of Swords is the lovely Nine of Pentacles. Now, where this is luxury and abundance, I feel a lot of you have to be brave or are called, not have to, are called to be brave enough to leave behind what you have seen as luxury, abundance, physical sustainability, and really trust in the universe, trust in yourself, that you are okay to let go of even these things that you saw as luxurious, that you saw as materially sustainable, to trust that there's better for you even than this. And this is the energy of the Nine, because the Nine of Pentacles brings in that harmony, it brings in that order after the chaos. So it's more, this Nine of Pentacles represents for you more than just the house, the car, the boat, the clothes. It represents the fact that you are ascended enough to know that those are things, and yes, those things are good, but those things can be attained again. There's a calling to really trust and know that, to just know that this Nine of Pentacles will be waiting for you yet again down another avenue. But for now, it's good for you, and the more stable option for you, ironically, to let go even of this material sustainability and trust. And even if you have to move away from it and can't take a lot of it with you, to go with that flow, just to move to these calmer waters. And in knowing that, in trusting in that, and in truly letting go, actually this Nine of Pentacles will follow you, and it'll either build itself back up again in your life, or you will find that you can take more of it with you than you thought. So it's that trusting aspect. Now the third week in April is the Strength card, another major arcana. So you've got two major arcanas already, and so the Strength card, it's the beautiful card of having fortitude. In some of the older decks this was called Fortitude, and it's the gentle strength, the subtle strength that people can show, where they don't go into victimhood, they don't go into a woe is me energy, they just breathe, they just knuckle down and breathe and go with it, and have the strength and courage to allow the universe to flow around them and within them, and flow them into the right path so that they can make the right decisions. And that's what you need to do right now, this letting go, this trust. And then in the third week, just knowing, just trusting, just innately having the feeling that to have the strength to just carry you forward, to carry you in a way that you never dreamt of for a long time, while you were still living in this tower of illusion. And so there's this strength to let go of all of the ego that has been holding you in a place of control almost. It's as if you've built up something within this tower, that you've built up something regarding the fact that it would seem like you're for your greater good, but actually it's become a little bit of a control mechanism in your own life to limit your possibilities. So to have the strength and awareness and consciousness to let go, just flow, just be, and follow the process, allow the process to happen. It's that trust. There's got to be innate trust here. And with that inner strength, to clarify that Strength card, comes the 6, another major arcana. So for a short reading, you also have, you have the Tower as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas, which is a lot of them in this smaller reading, in this smaller general reading. So it's a very powerful month for you, Taurus. And there's this decision that needs to be made. This inner strength, that's the decision to, I feel, really go forward without looking back at this tower, without trying to cling on to the old construct that you've built around you, to the old ways of doing things. This decision to go back onto your original path, the path that you feel most whole, the path that you're called to be on. So this decision that you're going to make needs to be balanced, and it needs to be made in a way that you haven't made decisions for a long time, i.e. not to make this decision on the proviso of how it will look for others, how others will see you if you make this decision or that decision, or making this decision on the proviso of how much money or how much accolade you will get or make, depending on which way you decide to go. But using this inner strength, this inner courage to make the decision just through balance, just through how you feel, just through how that decision makes you feel. And so there's a major life-changing decision that you're going to make in the 3rd week of April that is going to exponentially change your journey and where you've come from in a very short time, the Emperor initiating this Tower moment, to this real letting go of ego, of the mentality that you've built up around said ego, even letting go of luxuries and physical things that you've gotten used to all of that being stripped away, to you finding this inner courage, this inner strength to make a decision in a different way, in a more balanced and whole way, rather than the decisions that you've been making for many, many years, for a long time actually. So I've got 333 on the clock. So the 4th week, Taurus, comes in this Earth Queen, this practical, business-like woman who, she knows her stuff, she knows how to create something that is sustainable, that is materially sustainable. She's nurturing, she's mother-like. She can build a home, she can build a family. She knows how to run things, she knows how to plant things, when to harvest things, when to water things. She knows all about pregnancy. Now, whether that is pregnancy in the physical aspect of being pregnant with a child, or whether that is pregnancy in any other aspect, i.e. planting a garden, planning a garden, creating a business, planning that business, they are all sort of pregnancies that this woman is really, really good at. To seeing the process through, to growing it at the right times, to nurturing it at the right times, and to birthing it into other people's consciousness at the right time. She knows all about advertising. She just knows how to draw people in and make things work. You also have this Queen clarifying. This Queen, as in we have the Queen of Pentacles here and the Queen of Wands here. So two very different queens, both very lovely, but that this is more passionate. This is more where this queen is very good at looking at growth periods, statistics, very business-like. This queen is very flowing, very goes with where her passions lead her. She's very sensual, very sexual. She sits with her legs open, ready for the creative magic, sex magic process. She knows how to create things through passionate thoughts and feelings and actions. She has this wand. She also carries this sunflower, which represents peace. So she has the creative aspect of this fiery wand with her legs open, ready to create in that way. But she also carries this sunflower where she's very peaceful, very flowing, very easy to flow with, goes with the flow. So there's a decision here. We go back to this 3rd week, and the clarifying card being the Lovers. This decision, I feel, is for some of you to make a decision, maybe to start a family, to go down that process, maybe to get your head down and build up something in the material that would provide for a family. Or maybe you've lost your way a little bit with the family that you already had, Taurus, and part of this Tower coming down is leading you back to that family. And maybe the stripping of the ego that's happened through this month is has really brought it upon you to go back to that family, provide for that family, and reconnect with that family that you already have. For others of you, especially if you're male, there's a choice between two women, and you have two very different women, which will take you down two very different avenues. Both equally lovely, both equally beautiful in their various different ways. One being very businesslike and practical, the other being very passionate and flowing. Now, only you can make the decision as to which queen is right for you. There's more of you that are going to decide upon going down a path and trying to build a life with the Queen of Wands, I feel. There is more of you that are feeling that connection more strongly towards this Queen of Wands. She's very intuitive, very spiritual, and you're attracted to that right now. You've let go of a lot of this physical need for prosperity all of the time, and that ego that fed into that. And so maybe you're looking for something a little bit different. Now, for others of you, it's all about balancing out these two divine feminine aspects, in that this decision on the Six and the Lovers card, the major arcana, this decision, it is something to do with bringing that balance into your life. And where a lot of you have been very predominantly male, this decision does something to recognize the fact that you need to bring the divine masculine and divine feminine within into balance, and to be able to use them, to be able to get to know them. And many of you are connecting with your divine feminine side because of this decision that you're going to make in the third week of April. And there's these two aspects that are coming up for you in your divine feminine, in that there's the aspect of being practical, motherly, nurturing, business-like, very charitable, and also being very intuitive, very flowing, very peaceful, but mixed with a lot of passion. What else? And being very grounded. That's very important for you also. So there's a few different aspects that are coming up for me for you, Taurus, following this Six, this Lovers card, this decision. So depending on where you fall, in which category, if any, take heed of that, take notice of that, and choose wisely, and don't be afraid to let go of this physical abundance, because there's just this real feeling of stripping that away, that was false, that was built on false foundations, opens up this space and time for you, regardless of your situation, to really get to grips with your divine feminine side, your creative side, and somehow, some way, making that space in your life something bigger, better, and more suited to you, that makes you feel more happy, more whole, is going to come into your life very, very rapidly. So on the bottom of the deck we have the Six of Swords. So we've got two Sixes of Swords. So that would make the 12 into the 3. Do we have another 3 here? We don't have another 3, but the 3. So we have two Sixes of Swords. Sorry, Taurus. So this card represents actually what I was describing a little bit better. So you see on this side, excuse my nails in working, on this side there's the turbulent waters. Now both of these people have their backs towards the turbulent waters. They aren't even taking a peek. They're not looking back. Now picture these turbulent waters as this Tower card. This Tower card has come in and caused, picture all of the rubble from this tower falling into this water. Of course it would churn it up, of course it would dirty it up, of course it would make it a bit more dangerous, a bit more choppy. But these people have made that decision with this Six of Swords to let go and move forward. Now they haven't got any luggage, they haven't got anything with them but themselves. Now they have got the Six of Swords perched on here in the boat. These are their lessons, these are the things that will take them forward. Now they're not taking them forward as wounded people, they're not taking them forward covered in blood, they're taking them forward so that they can use those lessons that they've learned from this tower moment along the way, further along their path, to keep them going, to keep them whole, to keep them straight. So you see here, they've got the still calm waters and the new horizon, and that's where they're looking to. They're not trying to cling on to anything. They just want to move away from that which was full of turmoil, illusion, risk and lies, and they're taking the not so big risk of moving away from it, letting go of it, and moving on to those calmer waters, both mentally and physically. Like I said, for a lot of you, I feel this is also a physical move, in that you need to move from the area that you're in quite quickly in the month of April. But trust that you can make this for good. Trust that this is for your greatest good and your highest possible path, Taurus. On the bottom of the other deck, which is why I was saying trust and know that it will come back to you, but come back to you in a massive way, in a huge way. And on the bottom of the other deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So that underpinning the whole reading, that it's okay to let go of all of the things that you feel you've stuck around this tower for too long for, because you don't want to lose this luxury, this abundance. Actually, when you let go, you bring in, you call in the Ten of Pentacles, the attainment, the achievement, that material success that really is sustainable and really does show your worth and all of your hard work. It also calls that there might be some inheritance here somewhere along the way for you, but definitely don't be afraid to let go of what you've sort of fooled yourself into thinking is your abundance, because the real abundance is waiting for you after you've stripped away and done some of these life lesson tweaks along the way in the month of April. So I hope that helped. I hope that gave you guidance and inspired you to go forward, Taurus. Don't be afraid of this tower. Just let it flow, let it break down. What doesn't serve you, let it fall, and just let go of it and move forward. Keep moving forward. Nothing can stop you when you do that. Much love. If you would like a private reading, get in touch with me. Sorry, my voice is going. Get in touch with me and we can sort that out. If you would like any energy work, get in touch with me and we can sort that out also. Until then, enjoy the readings that I'm putting out. Please subscribe, like and comment, and much love. Be balanced and be whole always. See you soon. Mwah.